welcome back. USC. Oops. It's time. It's time for some winners bracket action. It is Texas, it is Pennsylvania, it is T1G, it is iFlame, and we are passing Osu.
Yes, we are. Very factual introduction. This is going to be a close match, though. These are the 7 versus 10 seeds, so a lot of early rounds tend to be blowouts, but this one, we're hoping, will not be one of them. We've got the rolls already out. It looks like Pennsylvania is going to be going for first pick. Texas with the second ban. All pretty standard stuff for the pick ban. And might as well go over these two lineups. On the side of Texas, we've got Wowie, Caden, Lights Out, Ni Minwoo, Toybot, and Kukweezy. This is a team that has been very good at the hidden so far. Solid free mods as well. And have quite a solid speed roster even. Pennsylvania, on the other side, we've got Empress, Bunny Like Money, Danini, Stunwraith, Astrovia, and Lulzep. And honestly, both these teams have pretty similar skill sets. So going to be interesting how the picks and bans go. I know we do have 2 warm-ups. Not sure if those have been played yet or if we're still waiting on those.
We are indeed still waiting on them. We're getting Deadwalker Texas Ranger, which I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say is Texas's warm-up, and everybody's in, so hopefully we can get going on this. There we go.
Definitely Texas's warm-up. This was actually pooled for a Texas LAN tournament last year. So they are... Map. It is a real map that was pooled as a hidden 3 pick.
Oh. Low aim?
For a low aim. We'll see, I guess so, yeah.
Or is it low AR hidden 3? Nope, it's not low AR. Okay.
No, it looks like it's light tech hidden 3.
It's just, yeah, this just looks like a hidden 1, actually. Not gonna lie, this just looks like a hidden 1. Well, whatever, it's fine. It's all good.
Yep. They switched up the slots in that tournament, I guess.
Yeah, who knows. So, it's interesting, Lulzep continuing on his revenge tour. You know, faced off against his former state of Illinois last week, and now he's facing off against former Illinois teammate Wowie this week. I don't know how that will necessarily bode for them, but very interesting. Okay, if there's no audio now, I don't know how to fix it.
Okay, that's all good.
Wait, that doesn't make sense because there was audio before, and
all right, let me.
Okay, I don't know. Well, I'll fix it. Maybe. I don't know.
Yep, it's okay. It's going to be an interesting match, though. We also have the battle of the commentators. Miles up against Chillier Pair here.
Not here.
So next match.
Later.
Don't mind me. You're right. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself.
Yep.
A little bit ahead of myself. I was just too excited for the commentator battle. You know, it's how it goes sometimes. So we'll get that for you guys later. Instead, we have these 2 fine teams, the Texans and the, what do they call themselves, the Pennsylvanians? The Pencils?
I think it's Pennsylvanian. They're not the Pencils. I can tell you that. They're not that.
I think they should be, to be quite honest with you.
I mean, they've got, you know, the baseball team is the Philadelphia Phillies, very imaginatively named. And then, of course, you've got the Penguins and the Flyers, as well as, you know, the Steelers and the Eagles. So really wide range of sports-based team names to pull from for both of these states. They've got there's a lot of sports teams in these states, actually, between them. Got everything.
They really are, yeah. Pretty much.
Texas, again, very imaginative. They have, you know, the Rangers, the baseball team.
Got the Stars.
Dallas Stars. The Dallas Mavericks, the San Antonio Spurs, Austin City FC. Is there one of those?
I'm sure there is. I can't verify that, but
I can't remember every MLS
I wouldn't be
team
surprised.
offhand. They used to have the Dallas Burn.
Okay, I didn't hear that one. But yeah, the TLDR is that both of these states have a whole lot of sports teams, and none of them are named the Pencils, unfortunately.
That sounds like something out of like backyard sports. Like that would be your team in like backyard baseball. The humongous Pencils. God, I miss those games. Those were so fun when you were like 12 years old.
Yeah, if the Magic School Bus had a sports team. We are at the end of the Texas warm-up, though.
I needed that to end so that I could do the thing. Need...
That would be great. The Pennsylvania warm-up actually has some backstory to it.
Okay, this should be fixing up for you.
Oh, it's fixed.
Yeah.
It is. This is incredible.
It's a very
Thank you so
easy
much.
setting to fix. I just forgot to fix it.
Yeah, nice. All right. This is
Oh, this is
amazing.
this is the same Pennsylvania warm-up from last week as well.
Yeah. So basically, they had Pennsylvania East and Pennsylvania West make two teams of mappers, and each set of mappers map this song, and then they were judged by somebody, and this is the result of those two songs. The East won, so apparently this is 75% of this map is from Pennsylvania East, but some Pennsylvania West in there as well, so collab from 6 mappers in total, I want to say. And yeah, I think it's good fun. A really cool way to pick your warm-ups for Pennsylvania, and like these are the warm-ups I love to see in a tournament like USC, where you've got that, you know, the regional pride, and you can do fun mapping competitions between different sections of your state. So, you know, shout out to the Eastern Pennsylvania mappers for mapping the majority of this map for USC 2023.
Leave it to the Canadian dude to have all the insider info on the warm-ups. Like, what the hell? I'm just like, yeah, it's a Camellia. All right, neat. With some crazy circle streams and stuff. I don't know.
I have my secrets. I can't reveal them here, of course. I give away too much.
Very tricky, mysterious man.
Yes.
Of course.
But I will give you a hint. There are such things as map descriptions that are pretty cool.
I don't read map descriptions, especially not for warm-ups, bro.
I don't either. I just, you know, saw both the warm-ups posted in the chat before this match, and I was like, hey, why not?
This song actually slaps. I don't know it. I don't know what album this is from or anything. But it's Camellia, and it goes pretty crazy.
Yep, name of the song is even Stealth Girl Born in Philadelphia. So some added Pennsylvania in there.
Oh, this is from UUFO. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
The 2021 Camellia album. Not that that really means all that much, but yeah.
Yeah, honestly, one of the few matches where I won't complain about the warm-ups.
Yeah, this is fine. They're like both pretty legit.
Yep, both bangers, both state-focused warm-ups. I gotta respect it.
And neither of them is like super long or anything. It's just really hard. Where's Bunny Like Money to FC all those streams when you need him?
Probably on the bench, not wanting to play.
He played this last week. I know he was in
Oh, okay.
last week, so.
Yeah, this map is like 7.5 stars, so it's not easy.
No, it's a legit, like, pretty difficult warm-up. That also Lights Out. I didn't even realize that like Lights Out and Cuckweezy both had HR. Kind of funny. Okay, so now we start doing real things. It is Pennsylvania's ban. I think this is probably something mechanical in nature, but I am not 100% sure. It could also be something reading in nature because Wowie exists, and there it is. No one too. Okay, sorry Wowie, you don't get to play that.
Yeah, not something you want to let Wowie especially play. I mean, there is still the No Mod 5, but of course, Pennsylvania can't ban them both out. So they're going to have to opt for the No Mod 2. Texas, I'm wondering if we do see them ban out something like the GT against Pennsylvania here.
Yeah, I feel like Texas has like a pretty good mechanics roster, though, no?
They do, yeah. I mean, the only reason they might is because Pennsylvania looked great on the DT2 last week, but it's definitely not necessary. I think Texas could be competitive on the pick. We could very well see something like the one of the I could even suggest one of the Hard Rocks, but then you've got the Caden, who's obviously really good at Hard Rock aim, and
Oh yeah,
so
Decaden's a player that exists for Texas.
yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot.
The Caden has been just absolutely popping off today. Did I think just win Resurrection Cup earlier today, so another badge for the Caden there.
Hard Rock 2 band.
Okay, so it's gonna be one of the Hard Rocks. Makes a lot of sense.
Extremely hard rock, mechanical, yeah. And I get that against Pennsylvania, a team that has several very good hard rock stream players. And they're gonna say, screw it, we're picking speed first. 3x3. It is time to go Ghost of 313 Daydream as the first map of the match. I kind of like this. I think this is a pretty reasonable selection.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Fremont 3 banned out last week by Texas, actually, of course. They are pretty different. Fremont 3 is the stream Fremont 3 versus the speed Fremont 3. And kind of a fun side note, I hosted a tournament probably a year ago now. That was a 6-digit pass tournament where you basically had 6 digits playing 6 and 7-star maps, and you lost if you failed the map. And I pulled this map for semifinals, and I think the best 6-digit score was 100K on the map. So we better see everybody in the lobby getting at least 100,000 on the map, or you need to be removed from USC.
I think it's pretty safe to say that that is not going to be much of a concern. But
No, it shouldn't be.
I guess you never know.
You never know.
We've got Decaden Kakuizi lights out. The transplant lights out. Another player coming to Texas. Going for Lolzep and Bunny like Lolzep speed. I know he's been working on his tapping mechanics, so let's see how that has gone for him. Not historically a skill set you would associate with him much as you would with most of the players, but clearly more than capable on this one, or he would not be in for it.
Now, I could be thinking of the wrong player, but I feel like it was Lolzep who said in the United States Cup General chat not too long ago that he's been on like a 6-month speed grind or something, so we might see that
like,
showcase today.
Stream grind, I don't know about speed. Definitely streaming, though. Which I guess
Possibly.
This is... What BPM is this? 2?
This is going to be 235, I think.
It's not that fast, okay. And
yeah, we have...
Decaden and Kakuizi are both really not having a good time at all.
No, it is only lights out already for Texas, and we're only a quarter of the way into the map. 3 FCs still. Actually, Bunny like money. No, 3 FCs still for Pennsylvania. Bunny like money. Just a couple slider ends dropped. Going to be pretty inconsequential as long as they can hold the FC, and we're off to a 300,000 point lead now early on. And Texas are already going to need a meltdown from Pennsylvania to come back on this one. And Pennsylvania showcasing smart picks early on here.
Yeah, this is a really, really strong first pick from them if they can keep up what they've been doing. And they've got a whole like break that takes literally a third of the map, so that doesn't hurt either. But yeah, they're gonna put themselves in a good spot on their opening pick. This is like come out firing, just all of your guns at once. UN First does find the break, so unfortunately will not be a 3-way anymore. But lights out, head broken just before, so no FCs left for Texas, no big combos left for Texas, and Lolzep and Bunny Like Money are actually just gaming. 98 Eck with Hard Rock for Bunny Like Money and Lights Out, by the way. Both Hard Rock players acquitting themselves well on this pick.
Yeah, that's a very impressive accuracy for the Hard Rock. Map does have quite a few buzz sliders that are deceptively easy to break on. Pretty stamina intensive as well. Oh, Lolzep.
The stamina just died. Missed an entire stream and his cursor's shaking like crazy. Fortunately, it's right at the end, so it doesn't matter. That is a 1.1 million point win, by the way.
Yeah, couldn't get much more decisive than that, and credit to Lolzep, who did actually look very good on the speed.
Funny with the Hard Rock FC.
Yeah, that's wild.
The only FC in the lobby is a Hard Rock FC. That's a good way to start if you're Team Pennsylvania. Quick 1-0. Fortunately for Texas, not a lot of maps in this pool that are all that similar to this one, so they've got that to look forward to, is not having to play more maps.
Yeah, Texas still has quite a few options. There are the other free mods that are not speed free mods that they could be pretty strong on. You have things like the HDs possibly as well. That I think Texas tends to do fairly well on. It was the HD2 last week, and then of course you have a player like Wowie on something like the No Mod 5, along with the Katen that is really tough to play against.
Hey, there you go.
There it is.
There it is. First pick, Nomad 5. I will say
Yep.
Lulzep is probably pretty good at this Nomad 5. Despite
Probably,
like
yeah.
being the speed in for the speed just a minute ago, he's also always been a very good reading player.
Yeah, we should be seeing lights out, subbing out for Wowie here. Everybody else should be in the lobby already for Texas.
Wait till we bought. Going Minwoo instead of Takeaden.
Okay.
Low AR Nomad, I guess more his strong suit. Minwoo, the guy who is capable of playing pretty much anything. Oh, maybe not Minwoo. I mean, he is capable of playing like most anything, but doesn't have to if he doesn't want to. Pennsylvania has no one, so it's currently 2v0.
Yeah, Pennsylvania is off frantically looking at the map and editor. No. Texas, third player is definitely going to be either Minwoo or Decaden. Just waiting to see that last one. Pennsylvania, I feel the roster is a little bit more unclear. We are almost definitely going to see UNPRIS and probably Lulzep as well, but I'm not sure who we're getting as the third.
Yeah, I'd have to look back at like what they played last week if they played anything that was similar to know who they're likely to run on a map like this, and I'm not entirely sure who that third would be. Okay, it is Lulzep as expected, and it is Minwoo it would appear, so who will the others from Pennsylvania be? Danini. Not a player I know much about, in all honesty. I don't know his skill set at all, but there is UNPRIS, so Lulzep UNPRIS as expected, Danini the third. So I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we are set. This is just a 4-star map, right? It's not that hard.
Yep, it's very easy. Super simple map. Not in the slightest. Regarding USC round of 16, this shit is 4 stars.
Yep. Just a casual AR 8.3, CS I think 7.6.
6, yeah. Auto cursor size goes so nuts on this map.
Oh
it's
yeah.
like on Gamble last year. Just, you couldn't even see the cursors. Yeah, this is just Wowie City. I would not be surprised if he puts up like the best score we see all week on this map.
No, this is almost potentially I would probably not Wowie 1v3able, but Wowie can probably match 2 of the combos on Pennsylvania, but we can't count them out yet, so we'll see how it goes. They're holding the combos early and keeping up the accuracy relatively well, aside from Danini, who's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, this map is quite difficult to maintain very good accuracy on. I mean, we've seen like 95, 96 is the highest that I've been catching so far, and plenty of people down in the 80s. Meanwhile, Wosif.
Yeah, let's we're not gonna say a word about that.
There's a Toybot at 98. Well, there it goes, so no worries there. And Denis with the first break in the map lead. We'll go over to Texas combo by about 320, 330. This section is so cool, and UNPRIS broke on it.
Yeah, things were looking solid for Pennsylvania up until this point, but now with 2 drops, Texas are very quickly going to take the lead. It is a pretty long map though, so there is lots of time, but even just based off the accuracy, you can see the difference in comfort level on the pick between these 2 teams. And Texas are showing no signs of letting up at the moment. Yes, Minwoo has dropped some accuracy, but Wowie and Toybot are just looking incredible.
Yeah, they look very strong on this. I mean, I'm just kind of watching Wowie's screen a little bit. Lulzep actually, I mean, still maintaining the FC, it just doesn't matter because his teammates are breaking multiple times.
No, and Minwoo does find the miss, but again, Lulzep needs both other FCs to fall off of Texas if they want to make a comeback here. The score gap is just too big halfway through the map, and so can you really expect that miss out of Toybot and Wowie? Not likely, I don't think, but we will see.
Yeah, I'm not too worried for Texas at this point. This This is Wowie getting his payback for having Nomad 2 banned out against him. He's like, fine, I will just dominate you guys on Nomad 5 instead.
Yeah, I mean, the pool has a lot of, a few interesting reading picks, and you can't afford to leave any of those open against a player like Wowie, unless you have a Wowie of your own, which Pennsylvania has lulls up.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
He's matching really well.
They don't have a Toybot.
No.
Who is also being a Wowie at the moment. Like he's
there you
being,
go.
I mean, he's like 99% of a Wowie right now, which is quite impressive to be honest on a map like this.
It is very impressive.
I don't know. I guess Toybot's player's skill set I'm not super familiar with, but very cool. I guess low AR precision player.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he a leaderboard guy? Is he a leaderboard?
I
feel like I should know, and I don't. All I know are his maps.
I feel like Toybot. I have seen Toybot on top of a lot of leaderboards. A lot of lower star leaderboards with just like insane accuracy, mostly with the HD on like these ridiculous easy maps, just with casual SSs. But I could possibly be thinking of the wrong player. Toybot does find the miss, unfortunately, so now it's just lulls up and Wowie trading. But regardless, this is going to be a pretty solid win for Texas here.
Yeah, I mean, it's 400k. Had a decent bit of combo at the end there from Danini. Not that it really mattered because Minwoo was up at 500 something combo as well, but it's actually going to be 2 FCs. Wowie and lulls up with a difference in AC of 4%, but yeah, that's exactly what you anticipate out of Wowie on a map such as this. And from lulls up on a map such as this, but you know, just better team score. The 746k from Toybot doing a lot of work there, compared to the second best score from Pennsylvania being 300k lower. So, on Texas, good first pick. See where they go from there. Again, you know, you're not going to see more than one map in a pool like this one, but gives them, you know, the knowledge that hey, low AR reading stuff, we have better supporting cast than our opponents.
Yeah, it's a really interesting dynamic with this pool, and the last one as well, having the reading picks in the no mod pool instead of the typical hidden, because to me personally, the hidden rating is a very, very different skill set than the no mod rating. I feel like you can be very, very good at no mod rating, and then when it comes to the hidden rating, just completely fall apart if you're not really comfortable on the low AR hidden. And we're going to get the HR1 pick out of Pennsylvania. This makes a lot of sense with the Hard Rock 2 banned out from Texas earlier.
Yeah. I mean, we did talk about Texas being quite good at Hard Rock game, though. And this is Hard Rock game.
Yeah, it definitely isn't your typical Hard Rock aim, though. It's kind of more of a flow aim focus. Not quite alts, but it's getting there. Wouldn't be surprised to see at least a couple players in this lobby alting. It's 115 BPM.
I was gonna say it's 230 BPM, but you know.
230, yeah. Cut it in half. It's 115.
232. Yeah. I alt this type of stuff like Helena. I alt that. I also cannot single tap anymore for the life of me, but some of my experiences may not translate to others.
Yeah, I feel like generally most players are going to be comfortable single tapping up to around 120. But of course, it really does depend on the player. We do see Singleton indicating coming back in for Texas, Cuckweezy and Lights Out, so they've got the low AR players all out of the lobby, and their other 3 in.
It was a big old roster flip for Texas. Walls up and Danini staying in for Pennsylvania, so they're just switching for Bunny like Monet. Walls up is just a perma lobby player now, I guess. I don't know that I anticipated that necessarily.
Honestly, I didn't either, and it's really impressive improvement from Walza, putting up some really solid scores so far in this match.
He plays speed, he plays low AR precision, he plays hard rock, ulti control aim.
Ulti
stuff.
aim, yeah. Plays everything now.
In we go. Let's see. You know, first 2 maps pretty comfortably won by the team that selected them. Let's see if that trend can continue, or if Texas can maybe make inroads toward a break point here on My Chemical Romance song. Cool. Funny Western music, big fan.
Yeah, and this is actually a relatively comfortable map. There's Lulzep with the first miss. Not the start you want for Pennsylvania.
Said all these good things about him.
That's what cursed him.
It's a small lead. It's gonna be a little bigger lead. There goes Bunny. Not how you want to start. Not how you want to start if you're Pennsylvania on your own pick. Texas.
No, this is...
Three-way intact, with very, very good accuracy, I will add.
Yeah, this is the kind of map that you pick, not because you think Texas will be bad at it, because you're feeling comfortable, and it is a relatively comfortable map compared to a lot of the other ones in the pool. The circle size is very standard at the 5.2, and so you're not going to expect to see a ton of drops out of Texas. Pennsylvania really needs to find their big recovery combos and hope for one or two misses from Texas to bring this one back, but there's still quite a bit of time left. Lots of time to make a comeback here.
Yeah, I mean, we're barely just coming up to halfway. Let's see if everybody makes it to the disc spike, and they do, except for Decatur. That is an FC gone for Texas, so the door creaks back open and now opens wide up for Pennsylvania as Lights Out becomes the second miss. Cuckwee's the only FC left for them just like that. And Danini on the FC still to match Cuckweezy, while Bunny and Lulzep have both built up quite a bit of combo for themselves. This lead is going to come back over pretty rapidly in this bridge.
Yeah, we do see some that. Oh, okay. Lulzep finds the miss. It's going to slow things a little bit, but Pennsylvania does still have the advantage, so it will go back over with time as long as both of those players can hold. We have seen a couple accuracy drops, though, from Pennsylvania, from Lulzep especially, and that's what's been holding them back in taking over this score lead here, but it's getting closer rapidly. Decatin now on the recovery combo, trying to match Bunny, but a little bit far behind.
Yeah, this is a big, big battle between Cuckweezy and Danini on the two remaining FCs. Cuckweezy obviously with the big accuracy advantage, helping out for Texas, but that bigger combo for Bunny, and there goes Cuckweezy. That just is going to end it right there. Pennsylvania is going to take that and run with it because Danini is still holding on to the FC as we near the ending. That just ended the map right there with that break from Cuckweezy, and the lead is 100k instantly in favor of Pennsylvania, holding on when they needed to their 1FC and their big backing combos, and they're going to take the 2-1 lead just like that.
Yep, very nicely done by Danini, and we are going to continue the trend of both teams being able to take their own picks and a decent score advantage into the end of the map. That's going to be up to 250, not quite 50,000, but getting there. And now it's Texas to find the next pick and keep things even.
That was a pretty impressive performance from Pennsylvania. I mean, they stayed cool despite playing from behind. Also, Lulzep the 5-5-5-2-2-2, very aesthetic score there. Despite being the low man in the lobby. Yeah, well done, Pennsylvania, not losing their... and your Texas... Fremont 1?
I completely agree.
Fremont 1? Seems like a play.
Yeah, I do love that pick for Texas. You get the Fremont 1, you bring out your reading roster once again. You got Wowie, you've got, well, of course, one player who's going to stay in for the Hard Rock, and it's going to be the HD 1 instead. And I love the complete roster switch up from Texas, from the hidden to the Hard Rock picks, as Wowie, Toybot, and Minwoo all come back in.
Full flip from mechanics to the hidden, like, kind of flow stream tech.
I appreciate how in sync they are too, all joining the lobby at the same time.
And Lulzep will depart for Sunray. Danini and Bunny chillin'. Or Pa. ULHF's coming out already from Texas very quickly, so they're ready. They're good to go. They're prepared. They knew they were picking this, and they were like, yes, sir. Let's get started. Let's do it big.
Yeah, this is going to be a key map in this match for Texas as well. You know, when teams are kind of trading break points, doesn't feel like a huge deal to lose one, but when teams are winning their own picks pretty solidly, especially at the start of the match, it always feels so much worse to give up that first break point. So Texas gonna hope to keep this one close, of course, with their HD1 pick, and I do think Texas should be advantaged on this pick, but we'll see how it goes.
Yep, I agree. I think most of the gimmick stuff just based on who is on that Texas roster, looks pretty good for them on paper. But that is why we play the maps. Looks like Danini is supposed to be leaving for UN Pris, so we will hopefully get that sorted. And it'll be Sunwraith, UN Pris, and Bunny for Team Penns Woods, Pennsylvania.
There you go. Team Pencils is back at it with UN Pris in the lobby.
Oh, and we go quick. UN Pris got in, and we were going. That was
Yeah, and I think UN Pris was already in the lobby, just needed to get in the right slot for the stream. Much appreciated.
And here we go. Real lazy? Anybody a real lazy player?
Huh.
Sorry, I'll go remove myself from existence now. Yeah, that being said, I do like this Texas roster for this a whole lot, as we said. But okay, Wowie with the big break on the early space stream. Not that we want to start off the map with one of the most well-known tech players in the game missing on not even a tech pattern, and there goes Minwoo immediately thereafter. All right, let's see what Pennsylvania can do with that combo lead, and the answer is not much as Sunwraith immediately breaks, but they do still have 2 FCs to 1 advantage.
Yeah, and I think the bigger problem for Texas is that it was a massive accuracy drop for Wowie. Missed the entire stream, got 50s, 100s, and misses, and it's going to be down to 94, so now Wowie is going to be fighting to recover, and it's going to have to beat out the accuracy against everybody else. There goes Bunny Like Money, though. That's a big miss. Now things are pretty even. Minwoo does trade it back, but advantage to Texas with that trade, and now it's Toybot, UN Pris matching, but of course Sunwraith on a very nice recovery. Whoa. Actually, I think Sunwraith was a Bancho
Sunwraith got
miss.
A Bancho
there goes UN Pris.
Yeah, but that was a real miss. That was on a stream, so I'm pretty sure that's not Bancho for UN Pris. And he's down 96%, so that was like 5 misses in a row on that stream. And, well, not a lot for Sunwraith to do here. That lead's going to go right over to Texas against the FC from Toybot and the big backing combo from Wowie. And now we come into the last third, with Texas in a very, very solid position going forward into the ending of the map, especially with another break coming from Bunny Like Money.
Yeah, and Wowie has recovered accuracy really nicely, back up to 97. Even Toybot on the 99 right now is absurd. Minwoo does find the miss, but it's not going to matter as Sunwraith trades it back. That was the last big combo in Pennsylvania, and this is going to be a point for Texas as they tie things up 2-2.
Yeah, this is a really, really astonishingly impressive play from Toybot, man. 99.4 axe still on the FC into the very end. Let's see if he can do it. But man, that is a score and a half from him. And
Yeah.
Wow, 99.3 AC FC from Toybot. The guy is just gaming on these picks. That's really well done from him, and that's 2-2. Texas looking very strong on their own selection there, largely thanks to Toybot, but Wowie with a very solid score.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do against this Texas roster on some of these low AR, even the hidden tech picks are just, Texas roster is built so well for them.
Now we go back over Pennsylvania pick, and we get more mechanics. Are there more mechanics to get? I mean, I don't really know that there are. Fremod 3, Hard Rock 1. I mean,
yeah, I'm potentially looking at something like the DT3, but Pennsylvania is not a team that often picks the DTs. I don't think they're bad at it, but it's not something they tend to favor. So yeah, possibly something like the Hard Rock 1 could be a good option for them, but I agree.
2?
You just want to Fremod 2
aim Fremod
is...
Oh, never mind. It's Nomad 4. All right, Exo, Alt Aim. We go a Hard Rock Alt Aim into Nomad Alt Aim. This is more alt than aim, but still.
Definitely, yeah, and I think we're going to continue to see Pennsylvania pick into these more alt aim control focused maps. And we're going to see Texas go toward, of course, these hit-ins, these low AR picks, maybe even more of the aim focused. So we'll see how that plays out in the rest of the map. But for the meantime, I expect we're going to see Texas bring their, their tech roster, alt roster back in. We might actually see Wowie and Toybot staying in the lobby this time around, along with Kukweezy in as the third.
I kind of like that. I mean, I feel like we have these like pretty crystallized rosters to these teams, right? Where it's like these are the people who are in for mechanics and these are the people who are in for non-mechanics. This is a little bit of an overlap though. Zanini laws up winning like money. Well, Zanini FC'd Hard Arc 1, so hot hand there on the ulti stuff. What is it, 262 versus 232, so PPM goes up a bit on this guy. But it's also more ulti than Navy, so it's not as like good.
Yeah, and I think the one thing about this map versus the previous Hard Rock map that we saw is that this BPM is not one that most players can single tap, whereas in the previous map we only saw 2 players alternating. It's going to be the majority of them this time around, which does require a different skill set, of course, for the people who were single tapping last time, and we'll see how that plays into it. Lulzep has not loaded in, so we might need a
We'll
client refresh.
We'll get him.
We'll go back for him.
Gancho? Come on, buddy.
Yeah, everyone's gonna get caught up to Cuckweezy here, and he'll rejoin the rest of the pack.
We're good.
And it's gonna be no early misses for now. Map does take a little bit to get into it. It is a fairly consistent map, if I'm remembering correctly. There aren't any super big spikes in this map aside from the chorus sections, of course. So it's gonna come down to these chorus sections where we're gonna look out for the majority of the misses.
Yeah, we saw some pretty good performances on this from both teams in Michigan versus Arkansas a little bit ago. Like Pinkus, I think Darkscrap, Tricky Pugster all look pretty solid. But definitely the type of map where you can get tripped up on a lot of different patterns. So it does keep you on your toes with a pretty sustained, consistent level of difficulty. First break's going to be Toybot from Team Texas, but it's matched quickly by Lulzep, so no harm done there. And we'll continue onward, basically dead even at this point.
Yeah, Bunny, like Money, doing a really good job at keeping that accuracy up to match Texas. And we shouldn't be seeing any more misses until we get into the next Ki section, because we do have a little bit of a slower section, and on a map like this, that most players are fairly comfortable on it, you cannot afford to miss on the easier sections.
No, you really can't, but nobody's doing that, so it's fine. Like, literally, we have not had a single break on anything other than, like, the Ki time diff spike. Another break from Toybot. Let's see if Lulzep follows it up again, playing twinsies on their breaks earlier. Not gonna happen here, though. Advantage Pennsylvania. Let's see, do we make it through this section? Everybody except for Toybot. Unfortunately, the weak link for Texas here, putting them pretty far behind in combo, but it's only one player, so it's still, like, door not shut on them by any means yet.
No, not at all. If we see any of the FCs drop from Pennsylvania, all of a sudden Texas is back in the driver's seat. But for now, Lulzep does hold, and so Pennsylvania is going to be off to a slight lead. Oh, there goes Lulzep. Okay.
Lulzep does not hold, sir.
No, he does not. And Pennsylvania is still going to be okay, though.
No, they're not.
Oh,
wait, yes, they are. Okay, Danini breaks, but Cuckweezy follows it right up. So now we've got Decaton versus Bunny Like Money. Decaton was on a 1/100 FC until then, I believe. Bunny a couple hundreds behind. So technically speaking, like, advantage Decaton over Bunny, but it's also Toybot with 350 combo. There goes Danini. That's not good. This is gonna go over slowly but surely, even though this is a slower section. There goes Cuckweezy as well, but Toybot still holding enough combo. Oh my god, this is gonna come down to the slow part and who, like, can avoid missing on anything easy, and whether Toybot can continue to hold the combo is the utmost importance, because he's 170 combo ahead of Lulzep, which should be enough, but barely, and it is.
There goes. Score is flickering back and forth. It's going to come down to the accuracy as well into the end of the drop. If we see any miss for either team that is not traded back, it is going to be the end of the map instantly. Of course, if either of the FCs drop, but if we see no misses, it's just going to be a point for Texas.
Oh, Cuckweezy with another break, but it's like he's not the one that matters. The combo difference might be enough, though, because Danini's at 300. Oh,
it's going to start to matter. It's going back over.
It's spin to win. It's spin to win. It's spin to win. Do they know? I don't know if they know, but if they know, it might be enough.
Texas has the spin.
It's gonna be Texas. Oh my god.
Oh, 6,000 points.
Oh my god.
And Pennsylvania just get outspun on that one.
Oh, you hate to see it. Pennsylvania gets outspun. I think they actually super briefly had the lead too before the spinner hit.
They did.
Like
they
for the
did.
briefest of moment on the last couple combo. 6,858 points on the spinner. If Danini had like just had like 10 more combo, it wouldn't have mattered. But or if anybody from oh my god. Well,
Yeah.
that's break point is what that is. But goddamn, I haven't seen a spin to win in a long time.
No, not something that happens very often. One, you need to have a very close match, and two, you need to have a spinner at the end of the map. And now there's going to be a lot of pressure on Pennsylvania. They're going to need to find a break point at some point in this match to even things up. But Texas, of course, is not going to let them do it easily, as I feel like they still have quite a few decent options for picks. There is, of course, something like the Fremod 1 that we mentioned earlier. And I feel like they could even opt for another one of the Nomad, something like the Nomad 3. Could be really good for Wowie and Toybot, very finger control heavy.
I must look at the pool. Yeah, Nomad 3 is scary. Nomad 1 is actually pickable if you're Texas, I think. Wowie and Toybot on this on the slider tech, Nomad 1.
Yeah, Nomad 1 wouldn't be a bad shout either.
Nomad 1, Nomad 3, Fremod 1. I feel like.
Yeah, I think those three.
This is so important too because if they win this point, they're 4-2 and they have a couple of match points. They have a match point on Pennsylvania's pick and a match point on their own pick. If they lose this, it's 3-3. Both teams have one pick remaining. So like a lot riding on trying to consolidate this break point here. And it's DT1. They're gonna say, screw you guys. We're not picking anything you expect us to pick. We're going Goosebumps. It is Air 10.3. Kind of just like, I don't even know what to call this. He's like kind of light finger control-y Amy, but not really DT.
Yeah, I've just written down slider map question mark. I expect we're going to see Toybot hop out for this one. We should be seeing Kakweezy in for the third. Pennsylvania might be seeing Danini in, but did just get out of the lobby. Expect UMPers and Danini will be back in for this one.
Based on what we've seen, probably. I feel like I have such a hard time predicting rosters for these teams just because, like, once you get past the really one skill set sort of maps, it's like question marks all over the place.
Yeah, not always clear. I would still predict Danini, but we'll see. I'll and I'll try not to curse Pennsylvania this time with my like half a second Discord stream delay.
Alright, so we've got Lights Out Kakweezy to Caden, Danini, Lalzep, and Bunny like money. Alright, feels a little must-win for Pennsylvania here, just because going down 2 match points against a team that you would then not have gotten a single break point on is, like, scary. Terrifying.
Yeah, and it's either, regardless of the outcome of this map, Pennsylvania needs one breakpoint at some point, and they have 2 chances to do it. But it's more about the mental aspect, right? Even though it's functionally the same, it is so much more stressful being up against match point than having it be 3-3 and still having a pick left over.
Nini, please connect, sir. I would like you to
Nini
connect to the lobby, please. Thank you.
does not want to cooperate.
Those 2 players, given the opportunity to cooperate, just say no. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah.
Me too. Every time Texas and Pennsylvania play.
Every time Texas comes around, I don't know. In we go. Little finger control,
moving on.
Little slider aim, little 10.3 also. I mean, there is that aspect of it where you need to be good at the high AR reading. It is a decided aspect in this, even though it's a lower BPM. But
yeah, you can tell based off the accuracy that everyone is fairly comfortable with the AR 10.3. It's not a huge struggle for anyone in this lobby.
Maybe Bunny was a little lower for all there, but he's building back up as well. So yeah, everybody's doing okay.
Not a long map though, we're already nearly halfway into the map, and no misses for either side, so when we do get the first miss, it is going to be very important.
Watch out for those triples, by the way, because I've seen at least 1 or 2 people break on those triples, like right before this break right here. Okay, everybody hit it. Ack drops, but they hit it. Ack lead for Texas by a bit, gives them a score lead. Kakuizi at 98, lights out in mid-97s, 96s on both Wallzip and Bunny Like Money. So,
I mean, question now is who's going to be the first miss, because we're not going to see a 6-way FC on this, but nobody has missed yet, and there's a quarter where there's no,
it's lights out
it's
in
not
Wallzip
happening.
trade. It's lights out in Wallzip trade.
Of course, it's going to be just as close. It's a little bit better of a trade for Pennsylvania, since Wallzip was the lower accuracy combo.
Yeah, I mean, like ever so slightly in their favor to have that go the way it did, but
not nearly enough
Wallzip
to
breaks
make up for the over. Oh, okay, that's going to be bad for Pennsylvania. Now they need one of those FCs to drop if they want to make a comeback here. It is close though; they do still have time, but they're very, very quickly running out of time, and it needs to happen pretty much now. And that's going to be it. Texas is going to take a point, and that's going to be a match point for Texas here.
Shoutouts Kakuizi, 90, almost 99 Ack. He could actually get to 99 Ack technically. I don't know if it's very likely, but it is feasible for that to occur, which would be a really, really crazy score. 99 Ack FC in match. Ooh. He actually SS'd the rest of the map. Didn't get to 99, but he SS'd the rest of the map from where I said that. 98.9 is really, really good Ack on that. Also, Decaton with the other FC, and then Danini and Bunny Limited. So it's 4 FCs. Like, that's a really good performance from everyone. It's just unfortunate. Just that second slider break from Wallzip kind of was the nail in the coffin. That's literally all it took, was that second break from Wallzip. And yeah, as you said, 4-2 now. Match point Texas. They've won all 3 of their picks, and that is not great for Pennsylvania, because even if they win their own pick, they would then have to get a break point to force the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and that's a lot of pressure. You know that you can't afford to make any more mistakes in this match, or it could be over in an instant. And Pennsylvania, I don't think it's super easy to find picks anymore. We're getting to that stage in the map where the pool is starting to thin out a little bit. The picks are becoming a lot less obvious for both teams. I do still think we could see something like the Fremont 2, like the DT3 for this Pennsylvania team, but they just might surprise us.
Hidden 2?
Hidden 2?
That's Zubo Plantation.
It's an idea. I'm not sure if you really want to pick Hidden 2, though. I feel like that's a map that both Wowie and Toybot could put up solid scores on, so...
It's literally just aim.
It's just aim.
It's not like a Wowie map in the sense of like something he's a specialist on. It's just hidden Satan mapping aim. Because other than that, I don't know where else you would go for it. I mean, considering how DT1 like just went, if you feel good on either of the other DTs, you could technically go one of those. DT3 is... DT3 is available, right? That's pretty tapping-y.
Yeah. Definitely the DT3, HD2 wouldn't be bad, and you called it there.
Sir! Yes, sir. Just kind of anticipated, because they did pretty well on the aim picks, you know? So I figured, like, Hidden 2 or Fremont 2, both being aim-focused, seemed pretty reasonable, and so here we are. 3.5 minutes of 230 BPM hidden aim. It's very pattern aim, you know, it's like older style, that kind of, what year is this? Hang on, I don't want to say the wrong year. I think it's like 2013 or 14? Yeah, 2013.
Yeah.
It's that era of aim where it's comfy if you're used to it, but it's not as comfy as modern aim. There are some bursts in this, it's pretty fast, so 230 BPM bursts, you gotta keep those in mind. But I do like this for Pennsylvania. I think if you're gonna stake your entire match on a map, this was not a bad one to choose.
Yeah, I think all of these players should be good enough that the bursts aren't going to pose them too many problems. It is a little bit speedy, but nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary that these players haven't seen before. And we are going to be seeing Sunray back in for Pennsylvania. So we're going to be playing the hidden over Wallzip, I guess is not feeling as comfortable on this map in particular. No, we should just be waiting on Wowie here. But it's going to be Decaden instead. Decaden, obviously, also a very capable hidden player.
Yeah, and Decaden is just really, really good at aim as well, so having him in on a map like this makes, is just solid in that regard.
Yeah, I feel like Decaden, over the past year, has become a very well-rounded player. I mean, was previously pretty much just known for the precision aim specifically, and obviously, while it's still the main skill set, the aim precision aim has become much more of a well-rounded player over the year, and can now play a variety of maps at a very, very high level.
His ascension to, like, top tournament player from virtually unknown to the general population was really, really fast, and I guess the word meteoric comes to mind. Very, very impressive. We'll see if he can put together another really good performance here. And if so, Texas will be potentially, moving onward in pretty clean fashion. They can close this one out with break point here. A lot of map, 3.5 minutes long, but Danini early break, not going to instill confidence. Hopefully that was just a freak accident.
Yeah, nervous miss, not what you want to see though, because it's very easy to see those kinds of misses repeated later on in the map, especially when we're not even into the hard sections yet.
Oh, Sunrise breaks on that little aim pattern. Not great. Still early, but not great.
Yeah, I mean, there's still lots of time, but could be a sign of what's to come later on in the match for Pennsylvania. The accuracies are incredibly good for Texas. Cuckweezy on the 99.7. Also, Dingleton on the 99.7 as well now. And I think Pennsylvania desperately need to hold on to this last FC they have. Danini is, of course, on a good recovery combo, but you're going to need more than that against a team like Texas. They're going to start to get out of hand very quickly for Pennsylvania. We're already halfway through the map, and none of the Texas players have shown any signs of slowing down, any signs of finding misses. And Pennsylvania's fate is in Texas's hands.
Yeah, Texas is looking so solid and consistent, man. 3 FCs, and they're all 99 plus act with, 99.8, 99.7. And there we go, Empress and Sunray. This might actually just be over already. Right, Pennsylvania needs a full-scale collapse from Texas, and they need to basically FC, the rest of the map on everyone. And that is looking not super likely.
No, it's just not going to happen. Even Danini is 100 combo behind everybody else on the Texas roster. The misses just are not there as Empress finds another miss. Texas is going to be moving on to the next round in the winner's bracket as they win 5-2 over Pennsylvania.
Yep. I still think this was a fine pick. I don't have any issue with them going this way as their last pick. This is just Texas being simply better. I mean, they have 3 full combos at 1100 plus. What more can you say? That's just really, really strong performance from the entire team.
Yeah, we're looking at easily a 3 million team score here from Texas, which is just not something you tend to expect. Okay, there goes Cuckweezy. You finally drop one FC. But nonetheless, a match that was, I would say, definitely closer than the score showed, but in Texas's favor nonetheless, and they are going to be very happy with the results. Pennsylvania, though, with some of the scores they put up, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the losers bracket.
Yep. So they're going to drop down and await the winner of Nevada versus Arizona. Texas gets NorCal, probably, because I'm just anticipating NorCal will most likely beat Tennessee. I have a hard time imagining them losing that. So Texas NorCal quarterfinals sounds pretty lit. Not gonna lie.
Yep, that is going to be a banger of a matchup.